we were freaked out when we opened up our initial shop. I mean, seriously, on 50 grand. I mean, to think where we started and where we were paid off, I mean, it's kind of a joke as far as all of that. To get the banks and everything, a personal relationship with the bank is what got us our loan. It wasn't just a cold call, and it was a relationship. We had to keep meeting them and meeting them. After the show, we had all kinds of people come up trying to say that they wanted to partner with us, and it's bull crap. I mean, you need to be protective of all that, and so it was really important for us to look after what was best for us. We've had everybody give us advice, and I think you guys know it. You run your own business. Everybody has ideas of what you can do better, but the bottom line is nobody knows but you. I mean, that's what reality is. That it's your business, and what you make it, that's what it will be.
But it helps to keep those avenues open so you can network with each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but just take what you need and what others need. Yeah, I don't know. It's a fine line.
You know, we'll kind of stick around and answer questions. I see one in the back.
Hey, I have a quick one. My name is Bob Reed, and I'm with the Design District. I love chocolate. Don't know anything about making it, though. But when you have in that one shot where the chocolate boxes had melted down, can you remelt chocolate and re-pour? Or?
To a certain degree. When we're making like chocolate molds, like that Santa or something, and let's say the chocolate was out of temper, so it dries. When I say out of temper, there's cocoa butter in chocolate, and you have to temper chocolate, meaning you have to bring it up to a high heat, then to a low heat, and then to the workable heat. If for some reason your room's too hot, like what happened there, or something happens, sometimes you won't get a good finished product. Or when we're hand dipping all those individual chocolates and the fan wasn't on them or it's not cool enough, they'll dry either, if they're too cold, they'll dry with a cloudy shine, or they'll have streaks if it's too hot, or something will happen. When that happens, depending on how long it sat, if it's milk chocolate, you know, you can't really reuse it because the heat, and if it's sitting out in the air, just for food-wise, you don't want to really reuse milk chocolate that's melted at a really high heat and just sat at room temperature with no like agitation or working with the chocolate. However, with dark chocolate and milk chocolate in a different, if I'm making sense, basically if you pop out a mold or something and it's out of temper, you can remelt that milk chocolate right away. Those, we thought, you know, they sat overnight. We don't know how long they sat like that. We ended up throwing it away because just to be safe so nobody gets sick. But for the most part,
some of our families ate it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Staff, you know, we don't want to sell it basically, but staff and everybody else will eat it at their own risk.
And we are kind of funny too because we're kind of picky about the presentation of the chocolate, like how it's going to be dressed up. Do we want to put a lot of like fluffy crap on it? I mean, we don't really know what makes it look better or what's just fake cover-up stuff. So we're kind of picky of that. We do make mistakes every day. We don't often sell them because it's a psychological thing. You know, we don't want to sell rejects. I eat them is kind of what I say. But we have a high standard of our chocolate, and I think that we just want to keep that for customers, knowing that it's going to be a good quality.
And to add to that, we do a particular style. There's many different styles of chocolate making out there. Right now, what's really popular are the beautiful molded pieces with cocoa butter sprays and that kind of thing on the mold, and it's gorgeous. I mean, we just started doing the hand-dipped chocolates. So you may look at ours and go, these are beautiful, because they're going to be different from each other. They're not going to be so perfect one to the other. So, I mean, as much as we take pride in each one we do, it is a different style. And then there's some people that do molded chocolates, there's some people that do just bars, you know, and there's some people, or companies. So we're probably one of the only ones locally. There's another company that used to do it, but most other companies do enrobing, where it goes through a machine, and they might have somebody at the end putting a mark on it. Where ours, the reason, you know, for every 100 we make, someone else is making thousands. So it's fun that there's all different types of chocolate out there, but that's our process.
Any other questions? Yeah.
And pardon the pun, but you were a very small business when TLC found you. How did they find you?
Sorry, Steve. I don't mean to take the mic from Steve, but one of the producers, the production company found us. One of their freelance producers had heard of us, and she had lived out here, known of our chocolate shop, and they were discussing ideas for shows, as how Jay, the executive producer, described it to us. They were sitting in their office in California saying, okay, we need, what's the next show? What's the next show idea? What's big in TV right now? And at the time, Little People Big World was on, Little Couple, as well as Cake Boss, and all these other food shows. So they said, Little People, chocolate, that's big right now, or food, not chocolate. So that sparked, I think, the memory, and they were like, hey, I know this chocolate shop in Salt Lake City. It's run by 2 short people. It's a fabulous little local company, and one thing led to another. They came out, they did a little teaser video, put something together about us and our business, and sent it to different networks, and TLC showed a lot of interest. As far as I know, that's how the process went.
Well, and Kate and I were pretty realistic from the beginning. I mean, it was luck. I mean, it was just crazy luck.
No doubt.
As the producer said, thousands of shows are thought of every day. Thousands are presented to networks every day, and it's just luck if it ends up making it. That was also kind of a blessing and kind of a curse at the same time. And the show had aired when we started looking at this building and getting the stuff up there. So the bank, everybody just saw a show, and they just saw a TV show. Kate and I were reluctant to do the TV show in the first place because
We didn't know what their angle would be. We didn't know if to be honest, we didn't know if it'd be exploitive. We didn't know if it would be, we didn't know what would come across.
But all shows end. And so, as a business, if you're like just putting your business based solely on a TV show, it's stupid.